open or would you ignore the man? If Jesus came back as a homeless man, would you touch him or would you ignore the hand that was reaching out?
Let's do it. Record.
Yeah.
I free Malachi Z. York, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Malachi Anderson, by the way.
Real homeless, my home is the different planet, bitch, I don't belong here. I chose this by my own will to come into hell for the souls here. You can catch me on the highway on a Friday holding up a sign, and that sign say, for God's sake, help a nigga out or he gonna die. I'm low-key stuck in that bit, no need to feel bad or nothing for me. I know how to hustle the brick, but I don't like feeding off of the sick. I don't like scamming or pimping, fuck a job, it never was in me. So I'm a panhandling nigga, yeah, I'm a panhandling nigga. I ask you, give me $1, I'ma ask you, spare me a penny. You don't have to if it's a problem, and I know them bills be hollering.
This rant right here is about music, hip hop, to be exact. I tell people all the time, man, when it comes to rap or when it comes to music, things matter only to a certain extent in every facet of the game. People will want to make you feel as though it's a strategy that you can go ahead and implement and then make sure that you're where you want to be in this game. And that's not the case. Because if that was the case, you could study Jay-Z's earlier years as far as competition-wise and not necessarily just chart-wise or placements. It's just something, and the people have to choose you. But the catch-22 is the truth, your honesty, and pain, grief, anguish. I believe that I said it in the segment before on past content, is you can't fake pain. And it's the one thing that in the human experience we all relate to. There's a reason why, like we said with Keisha Cole and K. Michelle, Mary J. Blige, when people would say the things as far as, man, I love when they're going through something, because it comes out in their music. If you're not rapping about pain, or you're not rapping about your life or what you went through in all aspects, baby mother ain't shit, she won't let me see my son. It's saying the things that other people want to say, but don't necessarily have the accessibility to the words. I believe I used the example before of me chilling with one of the homies and shit, how he used to invite me over and shit, and I feel like he won't get convo off on his baby mother that he can't say. So he would say something to me knowing that I'm gonna go in and say exactly how I feel about that shit. But you doing it knowing that she's within earshot because you can't necessarily say it. Even to where though when we was in the studio before and he had a young boy that was there with him, he like, yeah, yo, he say stuff I can't say, and then you looking at these niggas like, what you mean you can't say it? To myself, to once again be home, and you develop the relationships with people, whereas though you build these boundaries up, or once again you get their backstory, so you start feeling empathetic towards whatever their plight is. So you feel as though you can't get that off. Bro's a homeless dude rapping on the side of the street. The outside, the recording quality is not the best quality. They're not in the soundproofed anything. You see where this boy is recording at. And he got his shit off for real. That song is actually doing pretty decent for real, you know what I mean? And you can say it's not billboards. But once again, if we're speaking majorities, if we're speaking for the hundreds and thousands of people that are on these apps rapping, yo got traction. Because the reality of it is, people can invest in his story. People can see what he's trying to do, what he's stepping out from the actual. You feel what I'm saying? You're giving them something. Actually giving them something to work with. And then the words are actually matching up to the image and what he's passing off. He's not just coming off as though he's just saying random shit and then his attributes are showing something different. It's speaking about the brother Malachi York. He spoke about, hey, yo, like I used to sell drugs, but I don't necessarily have that in me anymore. I got into that point in my life to where though I don't want to just do that. These are stories that are really interesting to me because a lot of times you will see a homeless person and it does become a thing of why are you homeless? You know what I mean? There are people that fall on hard times and we get that. But then to see some of them and you're just like, all right, yo, you're choosing this. What have you been through enough of to where though you feel like this is the better option? You know what I mean? Other than putting up with whatever is going on with society or whatever the norm is. I'm sorry. I know y'all probably want me to cut this out. I'm not though. It's funny because I did the one clip before that was saying that we don't necessarily support each other. But I said it all the time, even for myself in the situation that I've found myself in. Especially in our community, there's a look to support. Because the things seem as though they're rolling in a specific way, or things look as if they should be going a certain way for you. The assumption becomes that you're not where you're supposed to be because of something that's on your part. And not necessarily that you're in the same place as another person that's trying to get where they're going. That's why I said all the time, even with myself, one of the biggest things that I learned, especially with dealing with my own and our community, is maintaining expectations or managing expectations. You could say something in a form of fashion where though you don't think that you're necessarily saying it, and you portray an image or give off a mindset to where though people think that you're either trying to shat on them or you're trying to put them in their place. I want to say that I'm proud of the brother, and that even something like this, as far as doing the songs with the homeless people, is something that we can implement throughout the state or throughout the country, because there are tons of people that have a story or have something that they want to get off of their chest, and it has the ability to help them and even help you. These are some of the positive things that I like to see that are going on, at least inside of our community, that I'm sure are going to help further what rap is doing, and honestly showing what real hip hop is about. At least in my heart, what I feel like hip hop is about. It's about those back alley stories. It's about those apartment building stories. It's about those struggles of being on ground zero and then making it to the next level. And sometimes even in my heart, you can understand that people are waiting for you to make it to the next level. They won't want to keep hearing you at some point talking about how rough everything is. They want to hear how things get better. appreciate y'all sitting in with me on this rant, y'all. Once.